Okay, so this video is going to help explain this installment buying assignment for assignment number 5. So we're going to wipe this assignment. I'm going to explain how to do it here, and then you guys are going to submit assignment number 6, which is the same type of thing for credit for this assignment, okay? So when we're talking about installment buying, we're talking about making set amount of payments each time to try to pay off a bigger purchase. Okay, so exactly what happens with a credit card. And in this one, we're looking at how that's going to impact your balance and your interest level when you make just your minimum payment. Okay, so your very first purchase, is a $100 pair of sneakers. They charge 25% APR or annual percentage rate, which is 2.1% interest each month. So every time you're charged interest each month, you're doing 2.1%. And your monthly minimum payment is $10, and that's all you're going to pay each month. So we want to figure out how long that's going to take you to pay off your $100 pair of sneakers. Okay, so our initial balance is $100. We don't apply any interest yet. When we make our minimum payment of $10 and subtract, we have $90 left. So when we start month 1, our balance is $90. To figure out your interest charge, okay, the amount from column A here times 0.021, that's going to give you 2.1% of your balance. So when we do 90 times 0.021, we get $1.89 for interest. So for column C, our balance with interest, we add up the amounts from column A plus B. So I add my balance plus the interest I just calculated, and I have $91.89. My minimum payment will always be $10. So to find my remaining balance, I take what I owe and subtract my $10 minimum payment here. And now I'm left with $81.89. So in month 2, my balance is $81.89. To calculate the interest charge, I do this amount times 0.021, which gives me $1.72 in interest. I add those two together to get my balance with interest. My minimum payment is $10. So when I subtract that, now I have $73.61 left to pay off. Okay. I apologize that I can't share my screen with both this document and the calculator at the same time. So I'm just going to be talking through what we should be punching in the calculator from now on for the rest of this. Okay. So month 3, we have $73.61 left to pay off. So to figure out the amount of interest that's going to be charged on this balance, I want 2.1% of that. So I'm going to do $73.61 times 0.021, which gives me $1.55. It bumps up because of rounding. Okay, so to figure out my balance with interest, I want column A plus column B. So I had a balance of $73.61. I'm going to add the $1.55 interest. So $73.61 plus $1.55 gives me $75.16. Again, my minimum payment is always $10. So when I take C minus D, my balance with interest minus the minimum payment, I'm left with $65.16 for my new balance. Okay, so in month 4, this is the amount I still owe on my credit card. Because I still have a balance, they're going to charge me interest, my 2.1%. So I multiply by 0.021. And I get $1.37 in interest. So to figure out my total balance, what I owe, the $65.16 plus my interest, $137. I get $66.53. Now I'm going to take that total balance with interest and subtract my $10 minimum payment. And I get, oops, $56.53. Okay, so now we start month 5. I still owe $56.53 on my $100 sneakers. To figure out how much interest is applied to that amount, I need 2.1% of it. So I multiply by 0.021. And I get $1.19. Okay, so when I add the amount I owe with the interest that they're charging me, I get a total balance of $57.72. My minimum payment is always $10. So I take my answer from column C minus my minimum payment, which means I have $47.72 left on my credit card to pay off. Okay, so in month 6 now, my remaining balance is $47.72. Since I have some money left over that I owe, they're going to charge me 2.1% interest. So times 0.021. And that is, oops, $1 even. So when I add in the dollar that they're charging me in interest, now I owe $48.72. My minimum payment continues to be $10. So I subtract my minimum payment from my balance, and now I have $38.72 left on my credit card. So $38.72 is the balance that I carry into month 7. To figure out the amount of interest charged, we multiply it by 0.021. And I get 81 cents. So my balance, $38.72, plus my 81 cents in interest, gives me $39.53. So to figure out how much I have left, I take what I owe with interest, $39.53, subtract my $10 minimum payment, and now I'm left with $29.53 that is owed. So when I start month 8, I have a remaining balance of $29.53. I calculate the interest on it by multiplying by 0.021 because of the 2.1%. And I get 62 cents. So add these two numbers together, my remaining balance plus the interest, and I get $30.15. So I subtract my minimum payment, and I owe $20.15. So now we're into month 9 of trying to pay off our $100 sneakers. My remaining balance is $20.15. So to figure out how much they're going to charge on that balance in interest, and multiply it by 0.021 for the 2.1%. And we get 42 cents. So I take my balance plus my interest and get $20.57. Again, making only my minimum payment. I want to subtract my $10 minimum payment from what I owe. And now I'm down to $10.57 owed on my credit card. Okay. So in month 10, I owe $10.57. They're still applying interest, so I multiply that amount by 0.021. And I get 22 cents. So now I add my $10.57 that I owe plus my 22 cents in interest, which gives me a total balance of $10.79. So my minimum payment is $10, and I'm making strictly just the minimum payment. So when I take $10.79 and subtract my $10 minimum payment, I have 79 cents left on my credit card. So by month 11, I just have this little tiny bit, 79 cents. Because I have a balance, they are still going to apply interest to it, so I still need to multiply that small amount by 0.021. So they're going to charge me 2 cents interest on that. So I owe 79 cents plus 2% interest, which means the total balance that I have left is 81 cents. Now here, you're not going to pay a full $10. You're not going to overpay. This time we just want to pay the 81 cents off. And now our balance is back to zero. Okay. So when we look at how long it took you to pay off your new sneakers using strictly the minimum payment, we were all the way down to month 11 before we got to our balance of zero. So it's going to take us 11 months. Okay. So now to figure out how much extra money you paid above the $100 that you owed, how much you paid in interest, okay, we can add up our interest charges all in column B, okay, because that's all the extra money we're paying. So when we do 189 plus 172 plus 155 plus 137 plus 119 plus $1 plus 81 cents plus 62 cents plus 42 cents plus 22 cents, and last but not least, that last 2 cents in interest means we paid an extra $10.81 beyond the $100. So that's how much extra money we paid in interest by leaving our balance in there using just the minimum payment. Okay, so I hope this video helps you figure out what to do for assignment number 6. It's the same type of thing, just different numbers. Again, the formulas are up here at the top to help you kind of remember what the formulas are for each cell. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, call or text me if you have any questions. Miss you guys.